it's me, Jen, your Pudgy Picker, and today I have a tutorial for you. This is something I've made for several years, and my store, where I have a booth, has asked me to make 50 of them for Mother's Day to hand out. They're going to print a little piece of paper that has our store name and the date, and they're going to tie it on with ribbon, which I've already purchased. But these are some of the ones I've made so far. So essentially, this is what it looks like. It looks like a long stem rose. Focus in on that. And it is made out of chocolate kisses. So these are what I'm making today. And surprisingly, everything I got to make this is from Dollar Tree. So this is not very expensive. Even to make 50, it's going to be less than $20. So let me dive right in and show you exactly what you will need. So you're going to need candy kisses. Each rose takes 2 candy kisses. You're going to need some floral tape. You know, just, I don't think you'll need much if you're only going to make a few or make them as gifts. These could be party favors. I had to buy a lot, of course, since I'm making a lot. I got bamboo skewers. They have the pointed end. These are 12 inches. I think in the past I've used 10 inches, and I probably would have preferred 10 inches a little bit because they are a little bit bendy, and if you're wrestling on them a little bit, I've snapped a couple already. Hang on a second. You will need the cello wrap. This one is in red. Of course, you could do any color that you want. You can do, I don't know, you could do yellow. If you did clear, then they would be silver. Yellow, red, pink. Pink would be beautiful, but red is what I chose. And then what you're going to do is you're going to cut them into a square. This is approximately 5 by 5 or 6 by 6. So what I do is I unroll it, cut a strip, and then I chop that into pieces. Let's see. Also, they had this. I think they had it by the gardening. It's essentially just like a twist tie and then a refill. This is a great price. You could use this for a lot of different projects, but it's got also this little cutter here. So you pull off as much as you need and then just clip it off. So I cut these into like 2-inch pieces. Also, I've already stripped this one, but this is vine. I have the paper here somewhere. This is garland, and they have it in different leaves. This is all it is leaves, and here's kind of what it looks like. And some have 2, some have 1, and what you're going to want to do is just pull that off, and then you're going to have a teeny little hole there, and then pull this one off. Now, if I used these, then they would end up really being too big. This is a pretty big leaf. So what I do is I cut them down to size. So I cut about a 1/2 inch off. And then that makes them the size I want. So I'm sure you could probably go to a fabric store, craft store, and get ones that are the perfect size, but I don't want to spend that kind of money. Boy, these scissors are really not sharp. So there's what it looks like. It ends up being a much more appropriate shape, if you notice that. And then you can do the same with these. Just cut them, you know, cut them down, and then some will have 2, some will have 1 leaf. It's no big deal. What else? What else? What else? I think that's it. So let's jump right in and show you how to make these. So one end of these is pointed and the other one is blunt. So what you're going to want to do is pointy side up, you're going to want to put the leaf on here. Now this is kind of a tinier hole, so what you're going to do is you're going to carefully start to push this down. There, so it'll start sliding down. See? Now if it breaks, no big deal. You can just, you know, snip that little end off, and then when you're winding the floral tape, you can just cover it and it'll stick. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to push this down further than you want it on the stem. So that's what you're going to do. So it's a little more than halfway. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take one of your chocolate kisses, like this, and you're going to push that sharp end into the candy. Now if it's not, you know, perfectly, if it's leaning to one side, that's no big deal. So this is what you end up with. And then what you're going to do is take another one and just hold it on top like this. See? You're going to take one of your squares and you're going to fold it. There. See how I got it folded? And then you're going to fold in that end, or that side, so your 4 points are kind of sticking up. And then you're just going to kind of push them all up to where the stick meets the candy. Okay, so you just compress that down, and you're going to take one of these little baby twist ties, and you're going to tie it real close to where it meets, the stick meets the candy. And get this as tight as you can so it doesn't come apart, see? And then what you're going to do is you're going to start twisting that, and then you're just going to leave those sticking out. Now you got all this extra up here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snip it up to the stick, and just do it in, like, I don't know, 2 different places or 3. Just don't cut your stick or you'll have to start over. Okay, so once you get that snipped, just pull this extra off. There's still a big piece on there. Ugh. We need to give it an extra little snip. And just kind of... See, it always works better in practice here. There. Well, there. So essentially this is what you're going to end up with. I'm always just leaning over here and throwing my stuff in my trash. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to bend this up, and then you're going to take one and you're going to twist it this way. And then the other one, you're going to twist it this way. So you're just kind of blending it in there. So this is what you're going to end up with, if you notice that, see? Can you see that? I know this lighting is not so great, but there's what you end up with. Now, what you're going to do is the floral tape. Now, if you've never used the floral tape, it's kind of like sticky, but it's like a waxy sticky. So what you're going to do is... Actually, you get a clean edge on there. What you're going to do is you're going to just put that here, and then you pull it, you stretch it a little bit, and then it will stick on itself. See, I'm kind of twisting it. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of angle this. Oops, and if you missed a place, just kind of, you know, twist it back down. No big deal. It takes just a little bit getting used to it. Now you're going to angle it, so as you stretch it and you twist it, and stretch and twist, stretch and twist. And if you stretch it too hard, it will break. But that's no big deal. Just start over. No big deal. So then once you get to where you think you want your leaf to be, you're going to gently, gently. This is where you got to be careful so you don't break your stick. You're going to push that back up like that. And then you're going to kind of pull this down a little. So you're going to go to where it is, and then you're just going to start wrapping on the other side of that. So see, and then you'll just continue to stretch a little and then just twist it like that. So you're going to cover your whole stick so it's green. Okay, so that's all we're doing. So keep, watch. You're going to have to do it several times before you get it the way you want it. And then what you're going to do is when you get to the end, you're going to go just past the end a little bit, and then kind of angle it back down, and then just tear it a little, and then just roll it, and then tap on the end, and then I'll stick that end down, see? And then you're done. You've made a long stem rosebud. Isn't that beautiful? I just love how that looks. So of course you can make these for Valentine's Day. Like I said, you can give them away. This would be nice to have place settings at a wedding. You could have people's names on them. Like I said, I'm making 50 of these for my store so they can hand them out on Mother's Day. And very simple, very easy. It does not cost that much. Like I said, everything you can buy at the dollar store. And like I said, about 50 of them is going to be less than $20. So I think I had to buy 4 garlands, 1 package of the sticks, which has 100, 2 packages of the floral tape. They do have the Candy Kisses in the smaller bags, so I got like 6 bags. Of course, you could go to a regular store and buy them. They might be cheaper. And then the tube, probably need 1 tube plus a little bit more of the cello tape. And of course, this, which I will have plenty of after the fact. So really, it's not that expensive to make them. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please give it a thumbs up. You can leave a comment down below. If you're new to my channel, consider subscribing. I do tutorials, I do garage sale hauls, auction hauls, thrift store hauls, tours of my antique booth that I share with my sister, and I also sell on eBay. So there's a little bit of everything. So I hope you enjoyed, again, this video, and I will see you guys next time. And until then, happy picking. Bye!